Hi guys, it's me Monika and how are you guys doing? Anyways, a lot of people have been asking why does the N word matter, especially with what PewDiePie said in a live stream recently. A lot of people think that people are sensitive snowflakes. The word has truly no meaning. Racism doesn't exist. Black people should not get offended over the N word. uh, Slaves were 100 years ago. There are no slaves here in America, so people should not get offended. PewDiePie didn't mean what he said, and so on, so on, so on. I'm going to tell you, from my experience, why the N word has such a powerful meaning, and why people should not even say it. I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese, orange, pink, purple. I don't care. Nobody. The word should not even exist on our vocabulary, but it still exists today. I have been uh had slur words thrown at me, and a lot of people automatically go for the N word to go ahead and hurt me. I also had boyfriends who would use the N word around me for no apparent reason. I had um, my ex's family who occasionally just drop it a lot of times, and it would like irritate the heck out of me, but I couldn't say none because I didn't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. I also had people who threw it at me to hurt me. I was actually in Colorado, in Colorado Springs downtown, by the library, and it was a nice day, beautiful day with my first boyfriend, who was now my ex. We were holding hands and everything, and I was feeling a bit more confident because I'm not comfortable with PDA at all. Um, so when I finally got the courage to do it, this woman came out of nowhere. Um, I knew her. Well, I didn't know her, but I knew she was been around, and she was homeless. But she just decided to call me the N word, and she verbally attacked me multiple times, and she was trying to get a rise out of me, and she did, and I was just very hurt and attacked. She also called my boyfriend other things, which I don't want to say in this video, but she went as far to throw slow words at me to make it very hurtful, and I'm still very scarred from my experience to the fact to where I'm not gonna hold hands with my boyfriend in public, no matter if he's black, white, or whatever. I just don't want to become another target for someone's hatefulness to spew out and attack me. I also have been attacked multiple times on social media, especially like back in the day, chat rooms. A lot of people attacked me just for my skin color for no apparent reason. A lot of people like to troll me and just say awful negative things. Luckily, it hasn't happened lately, but I actually had a group of friends, and one of my so-called friends, we didn't really date. I think we dated, but we didn't really date because it was just too awkward. But I don't know why, but somehow I'm the source of his anger. Even though if he was joking or not, he will say a lot of hurtful things towards me, especially the N word, multiple times, and it's not cool at all. Uh, I attacked back, said some things. I didn't really go to hurt him, but I kind of said some things logically, and he didn't like that. And I had to actually block him for him to stop tagging me. He just came into my Twitch chat and decided to tag me there and try to get attention from me, but I think I was not looking at the chat room until he left, so I didn't decide to block him. Um, Also, my sisters have been harassed due to them being black when they go shopping. A lady actually thought they were shoplifting, but they were actually were taking their phones out and putting their phones back in the bag. But she thought they were actually shoplifting, but they weren't. And the police were involved or anything, but they should have called our parents because that would have got settled quickly. Um, I live, we live in the South, and I get stared at it constantly, especially if I'm with somebody who is white. I actually had my one of my ex boyfriends who I was we were going to a friend's house. The father did not the father of the friend does not like me at all. He does not believe that I am mixed with Hawaiian at all. Even though you can kind of clearly tell, like if you get to know me and everything, that I'm mixed. Um, or if you have seen my family, or if you have seen my mom and my dad, or anybody in my family, you can tell that, or even my sisters, you can tell that we're mixed. It's like not that hard. A lot of people think that I'm just like black, but I am mixed. And this guy thought I was purely just black. I don't deserve to be with a white man. I don't deserve to be treated nicely by white people. I deserve to be treated like crap. I deserve to be, somewhere. And he thought I was using my ex boyfriend and everything up under the sun. He like whenever I'm not there, uh, he will talk bad about me to my boyfriend to his face. He will convince my boyfriend to break up with me, and a lot of things. So my boyfriend wasn't really that strong to really endure it, so we broke up, and it wasn't meant to be at all because I even warned him. There are gonna be a lot of people who are gonna say a lot of things to you when I'm not around because you're dating me. So it's just upsetting that racism does exist in America. You may not be on the end of it or may have not experienced it, but clearly talk to any black person in America who has been here for a while and it has happened to them one way or another. Maybe they haven't even realized it yet. Also, I was in school and I was little and I was very very light skinned and I was having an asthma attack in school, and this happened in Alabama, in Leeds, Alabama, and my dad came off from work or something to pick me up, and I clearly remember this, and a nurse will not let me release me to my father because she did not believe that's my dad. Uh, she's used to my mom picking me up, but she did not even believe my father at all. Like a lot of kids were picking up from their parents, and she'll let them go and be released, and they didn't even get to go ahead and okay, and or didn't even follow procedures. And my dad was pretty much being mishandled and being treated because of his skin color. And my father was a lot darker than me, but my father did nothing wrong. And if the nurse did not release me, I could have got my asthma could have gotten very worse because I was already wheezing and I could not breathe at all. And she was preventing me from going to my father to get me a breathing treatment at home. Um, and the lady was down low racist, and she didn't want to admit it. And I don't think she actually deserves to have a nursing position by judging people like that. Honestly, she was released. I was released to my father eventually, but it just took so long, and she knew that I was a very ill child, so it didn't make sense to hold me on for that long. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm a victim or anything. I'm just trying to prove a point that racism does exist, and that's why the N word matters so much. Even though the N word does mean ignorant and all that jazz, and I'm not an ignorant person, it still holds weight. And if you have not been on the other side of that, then you should have no opinion about why are we so sensitive to that. There is a reason. We're not making up that reason, and a lot of people need to be more sensitive and need to like watch what they say because a lot of people have a lot of anger towards people who just do these kind of things, and due to the things of African American men and women and children being killed by police brutality, it just sucks that a lot of people are not getting punished for this at all. So that's why it is called it adds more to the race war and everything, and it's ridiculous. And I try not to judge people, but you can only take so much. So that's just like my little my sort of my experience. It's not like all what has happened to me, but hopefully that's made a bigger impact and hopefully changed some people's minds because um, it does this, and people should think twice before they say it. I mean, I know that when I was younger, I used to say it all the time, but now I have not even said it once because I know how harmful it is to give somebody that power, and if I don't say it, maybe it'll cut back on people saying it as well. So that's just my experience. If you guys have any kind of racial experience, let me know. Let me down. Let me down. And let me know in the comments, and let's just have a polite discussion. Please like the video, share, and subscribe to my channel for more stuff. I know this was like a deep, heavy video, but it had to be said because I'm just frustrated about people thinking that racism is not real. It is real, but we as African American people have a choice to let it hang over our heads. And I'd rather not let it hang over my head. I just decide to love to love. I don't care who you are, but if you go out the way to try to mistreat me, I'm not gonna stand for it. Thanks and have a nice day. Goodbye.